Why?
You'd better. Lou Moran is such a bore. She's always working. Unlike you, who's so perceptive and considerate.
Why don't you dump her and marry me?
Why did you do this to me?
Please don't leave me. I'm begging you.
You're a burden. Don't drag me down.
Don't go.
Why? Don't leave me. I'm begging you.
You're soaked. Go take a hot shower.
Mr. Yu. You're soaked too. Wanna take a shower together?
I'm your boss. And your fiancé's uncle. Is it fun to tease me?
It is. Eugene loves to have fun. We can have fun too. Mr. Yu, why don't we give it a try?
I'm not like Eugene. If you want to have fun with me, you will need to pay the price. What's with the teasing now?
Of course, I'm teasing. My uncle. What kind of price? You want my money, or my body? What about I give myself to you? How does this sound?
What do you really want? Since the bait is cast, I have to catch something, right?
What if I say, you're what I want most?
You sure are ambitious. Don't want to marry Eugene anymore.
You know very well what kind of jerk Eugene is. If he can have fun, why can't I?
You mean I'm your playmate, Lou Moran. You sure are flattering yourself.
Then, Mr. Yu. What do you think? Uncle, you clearly like this.
I don't care if you want to cancel the engagement, or just want to get back at Eugene, but if you have to have fun with me, you're biting off more than you can chew.
Did it work?
Yes. Well, you don't get to decide if I'm biting off more than I can chew, my uncle. Everyone to celebrate Moran joining our executive team, let's all get together for dinner this evening.
Yes.
Make a copy of this document. I need it for the meeting this afternoon.
Got it, Mr. Yu. Mr. Yu, we're having dinner together tonight. Would you like to join us?
You guys enjoy it. I'll pass, but you can claim reimbursement from me.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Yu. Wow, that's great.
Mr. Yu said the company would reimburse it. Let's eat to our heart's content.
No need to save money for him.
Do you think getting the better of Mr. Yu is so simple?
I guess it's not as hard as it seems.
I heard the former finance manager got transferred because she tried to seduce Mr. Yu.
I guess so. I've heard about it too.
No need to bother, Mr. Yu. I hailed a cab online. It'll be here soon.
What are you looking at?
I can't even look at you? Don't tell me just a look from me. Is flirting to you too? How about this? Thanks, Uncle, for giving me a ride home.
How do you plan to thank me? Lou Moran. You asked for this.
I want this, and I won't regret it.
Moran. Are you home?
It's Eugene.
He came at the right time. Are we caught in the act?
Quick, hide and be quiet.
Why should I hide?
Don't you know who you are?
Who am I? Your secret lover.
I will send him away. Don't make a sound. Come on. Over there.
Lou Moran, you're actually doing this to me for Eugene.
What brought you here?
What took you so long to open the door?
I was asleep. Is there anything?
Nothing much. You're working for my uncle now. How are you adapting?
I'm doing pretty well. I owe this promotion to Mrs. Yu.
Yes, you should get promoted. Otherwise, the fiancé of the Yu family's heir will be just a minor accountant. That'd sound terrible. That will make me look bad. Moran. Are you throwing yourself at me? Are you throwing yourself at me?
You're overthinking it. Oh. What are you doing? Let me go.
I overthought it. You are my fiancé. Apart from our agreement, shouldn't you fulfill your duties as my wife? As long as I want it, you're not to say no.
If you mistreat me, I'll tell Mrs. Yu about this. Aren't you afraid I refuse to cooperate and end the agreement?
You dare to threaten me? Don't forget who from the Liu family saved your life. I just don't understand. If my mom didn't take a liking to you and let you work at Yu's group, you'd have been long dead.
I'll never forget Mrs. Yu's kindness. I will surely repay you.
Ching Ching, have Moran send the financial statement over.
Don't be scared. I'll be gentle.
Hello, sorry to call you now. Mr. Yu just texted me and said he needs the financial statement now. Can you finish it tonight and send it to me?
Okay, I'll send it to you right away. It's work.
Are you playing hard to get now?
If this is what you think. Why did you help me just now? Don't tell me. You intend to take responsibility for me.
I'm not going to play along with your two-timing charade. It's boring.
But the thrill lies in stealing, doesn't it, Uncle?
Lou Moran. I'm not Eugene. I don't have time for thrills.
Why take it so seriously? Just enjoy it.
I have a business partner for you. Let's grab a drink when you're free. Mr. Yu, what a rare guest. Have a seat. You said yes to my invitation right away. Come on. Cheers. What's wrong? Feeling down? Which ignorant fool piss our CEO you off? Tell me. I'll teach him a lesson for you.
Aren't you taking me to meet a business partner? Where is the person?
Be patient. Here she comes.
Jean, long time no see.
Why are you acting like you're strangers? Come on, Mengchi. Sit. You guys have a talk. I'll check if there is any good wine.
Jean. After our breakup, we haven't seen each other again, right?
There is nothing between us now. So stop saying these meaningless things.
Jean. I know you care about me. You still do, right?
Mengchi. It was you who thought I didn't deserve to take over the family business of the Yes, and weren't worthy of you, the young lady of the Wang family. Now you are marrying into the Lan family. Congratulations. You got what you wished for.
That's not true, Jean. If my parents hadn't opposed it back then, I would have chosen you. You are now the CEO of the Yu Group. My parents will definitely listen to you.
I don't need to be chosen by you anymore.
Jean. This is the invitation to my wedding. We're still friends, right? Whether for business or personal reasons, you have to attend the Lan family wedding. Think of it as our final farewell, will you?
Come in.
Mr. Yu, you wanted to see me?
Go out with me tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Attend the Lawn family wedding with me tomorrow.
Mr. Yu. Are you sure it's a place where a minor finance manager can go?
So what if it's a wedding? For me, it's all just business. You're the perfect candidate to be my +1.
Mr. Yu, aren't you worried that people might misunderstand us?
No one can misunderstand this. It's a fact.
When it comes to having a clear conscience, you sure are second to none, Mr. Yu.
Look who is this. You really came. Manager Lou, you look gorgeous today.
Isn't this Mr. Yu? Long time no see. Is she Mr. Yu's girlfriend?
No, Mr. Lee. This lady is Lou Moran, Manager Lou. She's Mr. Yu's subordinate. And the fiancé of Mr. Yu's nephew.
Oh, sorry for being rude earlier. Mr. Yu, let me toast to you.
Jean, do you really not care about me now?
What took you so long to get a drink?
It's me. Are you surprised to see me?
Where is Lou Moran?
Miss Liu is an adult and won't go missing. Jean, you didn't come for me.
I believe I made myself pretty clear yesterday.
It's still not too late. Just say it, and I won't get married today. Let's leave together, okay?
Are you suggesting I elope with the bride? Are you out of your mind?
I am. I know you still have feelings for me. I know you have feelings for me. I don't want to marry anyone else. Let's start over, alright?
You think we can start over just because you said so, and we can end it when you say so too? Have you ever cared about what I think?
Do you have to drive me into a corner, Jean?
This is your decision, so you only have yourself to blame. Have you enjoyed watching the show?
It's your personal business. So I didn't dare to interrupt.
Did you not dare to interrupt, or do you just find it interesting?
I just realized. You like to have an affair with a married woman, Mr. Yu.
So you know that you're a married woman. But I hope you mind your behavior too.
Uncle, this is the one thing I don't like about you. You're not honest at all, but everything else about you is perfect. I really like it.
Did I drop it there just now?
You don't get to tell me what to do.
Uncle, you don't have to get so worked up. Are you upset? Because I wanted to take advantage of you? Or because you can't help yourself?
Enough with the nonsense.
Uncle, wait for me.
The girl Yu Jean is seeing now is actually his nephew's fiancé.
Where is he? He is gone just like that? Oh.
Are you blind? Watch where you're going. Lou Moran? How come you're here?
Why can't I be here, when you can?
We are invited by the Lawn family. How could people like you be worthy of the Lawn family's invitation?
Watch your mouth. I'm your elder sister, and the fiancé of the Yu family heir.
You, my sister, don't forget, you have yet to marry into the Yu family, and you're not their daughter-in-law to be. Everything is uncertain now.
Mrs. Yu wants this marriage. Could it be that you know more than her? Or is it that you want to sabotage this too? You've loved stealing my things since we were kids. Do you plan to steal my fiancé too? You love taking things people don't want, don't you?
You
lost the argument, so now you want to resort to violence? Don't overestimate yourself.
Now that you have the Yu family backing you, you get so arrogant. Huh? May I ask if I'm qualified to resort to violence?
Stepmom?
Mom, look, she ruined my dress. I must be having bad luck today to run into such a jinx.
You never come home and embarrass your sister on an important occasion. You sure are arrogant now, huh? Oh, it's Mr. Yu.
Causing a scene at the Lawn family's wedding. That's not appropriate.
She embarrassed my daughter first. The one who disrupted the Land family wedding is her too.
Moran is also your daughter. How come you don't care about if she's embarrassed?
Uncle. Stop it.
I'm telling you, that Moran will become a member of our family eventually. From then on, her business will be none of your business. I took her home first. It's okay, don't worry. Okay, I got it.
I'm done.
Your future mother-in-law called. She heard about what happened at the wedding, and asked how you are doing. She wants you to meet her tomorrow, to make sure you're okay.
I've made Mrs. Yu worried. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Uncle, you want to hear me say I'm fine, or I'm not fine?
Uncle, I don't want to be part of the Yu family. I just want to be yours.
Break up with Eugene. Whatever he can give you, I can give you too.
Uncle, are you thinking of marrying me?
From now on, call me by my name.
You can't be serious, right? I'm not going to break up with Eugene. Mrs. Yu saved my life and let me work at the Yu Group. I must repay them.
There are many ways to repay them.
But I don't really have a choice. Besides, never mind. I'm tired. Uncle, you should leave. Besides, you can't give me what I want.
Thank God you're okay, Moran. It was so improper of the Lu mother and daughter to cause such a scene at the Lon family's wedding. Thank goodness you Sean stepped in. Otherwise, offending the Lon family would have been a price they couldn't afford.
Yeah. Luckily, Uncle stepped in this time. Otherwise, I really don't know what else they might do.
Wang Huilon is unbelievable. If I didn't care, she at least brought you up somehow. I would have taught her a lesson long ago. And Lu Shiyu too. What a rude woman she is.
Mom. Shiyu is her sister after all. You don't have to say that about her.
When did you become so close to my sister? How can you side with her now?
I'm not siding with her. I meant to side with you, Moran, although Shiyu is not your biological sister, she's still your stepsister.
She doesn't need such a sister. Once Moran marries into our family, she'll cut ties with the Lu family. Why hasn't Jean arrived yet? Didn't we agree to have dinner together? Jean, don't act like a CEO at home. Sit down and eat.
Uncle is a senior. We, the junior, should wait for him.
Look. Moran is so sensible. When Jean and Moran get married, our home will be even livelier.
Aren't we going to eat? Just dig in. If we keep chatting, the food will get cold.
Yes, eat up.
Here, Moran. Eat more. You've lost weight recently.
Jean, Moran is now working under you. But she's not to be given a heavy workload. You should take care of her more.
Come on, she's there to work, not to have a vacation. It's not that easy.
Mrs. Yu, Uncle is joking with you again. He has been nice to me. Right, Uncle?
Oh, you. You've only worked under Mr. Yu for a few days, but you're already defending him.
I'm just being honest. All along, be it the Yu family or Mr. Yu, you've been so nice to me. I will never forget your kindness.
Moran, rest assured. I promise I'll never fail you.
I raised you. Did I ever mistreat you? I was kind enough to bring you into the Yu family. However, not only are you ungrateful, but you also stole from us. Have you lost your conscience? Our Yu family doesn't keep ingrates.
Mom, I'm not an ingrate. I really didn't steal anything. Please let me in.
You're the only outsider here. If you didn't steal it, then who did? You thief. Get out of my house.
I really didn't steal anything. Please let me in. I really didn't steal anything, Mom.
What happened, little girl? Are you all right, little girl?
What a thoughtful daughter-in-law. Lu Moran, is this how you repay our family's kindness?
Mrs. Yu saved my life. Without her, I'd have been dead.
Although I didn't save your life, I guess you owe me. How are you going to repay my kindness?
Well, I've given myself to you. Uncle, why are you so greedy?
Lou Moran, you just enjoy toying with others' hearts, right?
Hey, what's going on here? Hey, what's going on here?
Nothing. We were just talking about business.
Why bring work into our private time?
I'll leave you be.
Moran, come on, have a seat. Here. I know, you get along well with Jean. He thinks highly of you too.
It's all thanks to you.
I know. Eugene might still be seeing some other woman and have upset you. But don't worry, before you married him, I'll make sure he never sees those women ever again. Just get ready to marry into the Yu family and become the young madam of the family.
As for things on your side, you should know what to do and not to do, right?
I do, Mrs. Yu.
That's good. I know you are a grateful and humble girl. The Yu family and Eugene will count on you.
Mrs. Yu, I'll head back first.
Okay.
Mom, I'll give Moran a ride home.
Oh, you finally know how to be good to your fiancé. Go ahead.
I just remembered, I have something to do. You don't need to give me a ride home.
Moran, where are you going? I can go with you. It's been a while since we had a date. Let me spend some quality time with you.
I'm going to. Hey, Uncle.
Moran.
Uncle, I haven't finished my work. I need to go to the office too.
Get in the car.
Thanks, Uncle.
Uncle, open the door. I'll go with you.
The office is for work, not a place for dating. Still not tired of being lovey-dovey at home?
I promise not to disturb you. Let me join you. Hey, Uncle. Uncle. Eugene is such a workaholic.
The construction of the Star Island Sports Center is the top priority for this quarter. I hope everyone stays motivated and works as a team. Let's end the meeting here.
Okay.
Manager Lou. Please prepare a budget analysis. It's a heavy workload under a tight timeline. I'll count on you.
All right, Mr. Yu. Consider it done. But, Mr. Yu, is praise all I can get? Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your hard work. You can still be distracted by desire. Looks like you aren't tired enough, Uncle.
And you still have time to waste here. It seems the workload isn't heavy enough. Do you want me to give you more work?
Well, we need to balance work and rest. Don't you think so? Forget it. Looks like you're not quite intrigued, Uncle. I should get to work.
Balance work and rest. I'll do as you say then.
Moran, Mr. Yu gave you a lot of tasks, right? You had a long talk in there.
Yes, I have to work overtime tonight.
What? You have to work late and you're still happy about it. Moran, still not done.
No.
Well, I'm leaving first.
See you. Mr. Yu, I've finished. I'll send it to you now. What are you doing?
If you want to sleep, do it properly. I'll keep you company.
Uncle, aren't you going to sleep? If so, I'll stay up with you. Letting me look at you won't cost you anything. Or is it because me looking at you will make you unable to focus on work, Uncle?
This woman will only be quiet when she's asleep.
What time is it now? You turned off my phone?
What?
Hello?
Moran. I couldn't reach you by phone, and you're not home either. Where have you been?
Where else could I go? Of course, I'm working overtime at the office. My phone died.
Really?
What do you mean by this? You don't believe me? If you don't, ask your uncle. He's the CEO of the U Group. He was the first to volunteer for overtime. You should believe him, right?
It's not that I don't believe you. I'm just worried.
You are the one who always fools around, and you're nowhere to be found most of the time. Have I ever yelled at you for this? Working overtime is tough. I didn't even sleep a wink last night. You don't have to care about me, but you're actually suspecting me? So you don't care about me at all.
That's not true, Moran. I was wrong. I won't do it again.
Forget it. I now know you don't have feelings for me at all. You're only marrying me because Mrs. Yu wants you to. If you don't like me, you can just tell Mrs. Yu. Since we aren't married yet, let's not get in each other's way. Humph.
Manager Lu, you're really good at manipulating people.
Thank you for the compliment, Mr. Yu. It's a pity that it won't work on you, Mr. Yu. If I want to manipulate you, I must be prepared to get manipulated first.
Moran, please tell me you didn't pull an all-nighter.
I took a short nap. It's almost done.
What about Mr. Yu?
He went to Star Island to attend the tender personally.
Mr. Yu is not only handsome, but also capable. He's like a tireless Iron Man. Impressive.
Mr. Yu gave me a day off today. I'm going home now.
Okay.
Bye. Hello?
Manager Lu. The budget you provided is different from the bid price.
What? But I double-checked it last night. This is impossible.
We'll talk about this later. Just get me a new budget and analyze it now. There are 6 hours until the deadline. Can you make it?
Okay.
Okay, got it. Reach out to the branch office's financial team for help.
Yes.
Yu Zhon. What are you doing here? Are you here to attend the tender for the Star Island Sports Center?
Why? Are you here for the tender too?
Well, no. I'm here for something else. Why? We just exchanged some words, and you're already wary of your competitor. With the way how things were between us, this is not necessary, is it?
Mr. Yu, we've got the financial data. The finance team from the branch office is on their way.
Okay.
Is something wrong?
No. You don't need to worry about this.
This is the financial controller of Shurenhe Bank. Maybe he can help. This tender is crucial for the U Group, right? We are not competitors. I just want to be of help to my old friend, even if it's just a little. Yu Zhon, you're not intentionally ignoring me, are you?
Moran, you must eat, no matter how urgent it is. You already didn't have lunch.
Thanks.
It's such a heavy workload. How can you get it done within 6 hours? Moreover, you've been up all night.
Well, I have to. People from the branch office are helping. I hope I can make it.
Hello, Moran.
Give me another hour. I will finish it in an hour.
No need. Mr. Yu has already gone in to submit it.
What? That's great. Did the branch office help?
No. Do you know Shurenhe Bank?
Shuanha Bank?
Miss Wang and her men from Shuanha Bank helped finish it. I think something is going on between Miss Wang and Mr. Yu. I didn't expect I'd get to hear gossip about Mr. Yu in this lifetime.
Miss Wang?
It's still not too late. Just say it, and I won't get married today. Let's leave here together, okay?
Yes, Mr. Yu.
Are you still at the office?
Yes.
Thank you for your hard work. Go rest now.
Then. About the budget, I really checked it several times. But I don't know why.
Manager Lu, I don't concern myself with employees' private lives, but please stay professional at work. You know, any mistake could result in billions in losses this time. I believe this is a mistake you can't afford, Manager Lu.
I will find out what exactly happened myself. I almost caused the company to suffer losses. I'm sorry. What exactly has gone wrong?
Manager Lu, what you want to see is last night's surveillance footage of the CEO's office, correct?
Yes. Well, you should have your lunch. Just show me how to do it. I can do it myself.
Just enter the time to search.
Okay, thank you. That was close. If someone sees I was hugging you, Jean, that will be awkward. Min?
Manager Liu, you saw it all. I was planning to delete the footage, but I didn't expect you to have come here already.
Why did you do that?
Why? I'm curious about why you didn't. Have you forgotten why Mrs. Yu sent you here? I did nothing and you saw nothing.
You're a smart person. Eugene will take over the Yu family, and he'll need your support. After all, Jean is not the only heir of the Yu family. It's still uncertain who will win. Do you want to be the mistress of the Yu family?
You, Jean. It's the middle of the night. How can I help you, Mr. Yu? It's the middle of the night. How can I help you, Mr. Yu?
It seems that you, Manager Lu, have problems with the way I handled the tender.
How could I possibly have any problems? This time, if it weren't for your connections, I don't think I can bear the consequences.
Wang Mingqi is already my ex. Are you jealous of her?
I'm not.
You have a fever. Did you take your medicine? Take a good rest. You'll be fine by tomorrow.
Uncle, you haven't had a wink of sleep all day either.
Just have some sleep. I will stay with you.
Why are you being so polite? Actually, you can sleep in the same bed with me.
You want your cold to get worse.
Don't act like you're an upright man.
Just sleep.
He actually managed to get away unscathed. How could you fail to pull this off?
It's clear what Yulan is after. But, Lu Moran, how could you?
Did he leave? What are you doing sitting here? You startled me.
You're up.
Or is it because you were afraid you couldn't control yourself last night, Uncle? I didn't know I'd be so charming to you, Uncle.
You're this sick. Eugene and my sister must be worried. At least let them know you're okay.
It's just a cold. No need to bother Mrs. Yu.
Is that so? Don't you always listen to my sister? You said you'd investigate thoroughly. How's it going?
Oh. I was a bit tired yesterday, so I couldn't investigate.
Perfect. I went to the security control room this morning. The surveillance footage of the CEO's office is gone. Isn't that strange?
What? It's gone?
What's stranger is that the security in the control room told me that you were the only one who's been there yesterday. What do you have to say about this, Manager Lou?
If you already know, why bother asking me?
So, is it really how I think it is?
You know, Mrs. You've sent me here. You also know I messed up the budget analysis. It all adds up.
So, you approaching me was also my sister's idea.
That's how you think of me?
If it was, you've achieved your goal. The CEO of the U Group is having an affair with his nephew's fiancée. What a thrilling scandal. Thrilling enough to ruin my reputation and remove me from my position as the CEO. But why didn't you?
I wouldn't say I'm a great person, but I'm not the sort who ghosts someone after getting out of bed. I'm a better person than that. Let's keep things separate.
Keep things separate. It's my fault. I misjudged you. You're just like Eugene. You two are a perfect match.
It's okay. I'm not going to fall for you, Jean. I don't care how he feels. Lou Moran, you're not allowed to care.
What a rare guest. You never came, no matter how many times I asked you out. It's broad daylight now, and you're actually here. Let me tell you some insider information. The project of the Star Island Sports Center will likely be the U Group's. It's such great news. How come you don't seem excited at all? Looks like you're doing great in business, but striking out in love. Menchie got married days ago, and you're only feeling down now.
Cut the crap. Are you going to drink or not?
Why are you in such a hurry to drink?
Mr. Yu is drowning his sorrows over you. Come over now. Hey, are you drinking water or alcohol? You can't hold your liquor. Why are you drinking so much? She's not here yet. Don't get drunk first.
Let's drink. It's my treat today.
Jean, am I late?
Menchie, you're here. Let's have a drink.
Jean, what are you doing?
Call her.
Jean, look at me. I'm Munchie.
Don't call her. Don't call her. Call her. Don't call her.
These two drunkards.
Call her.
How much did they drink?
Don't call her. Call her.
Jean, who do you want to call? Jean, I never expected you to keep your feelings buried so deep. If you like someone, be brave and say it. Why hide your feelings and suffer? If you told me earlier, I wouldn't have married someone else. But it's not too late now. Jean,
You're right. You're right.
Jean, where are you going? I'm over here.
Mr. Yu?
I'm at Blue Island Bar. Come pick me up.
But... I'm sick and still working. And he's out drinking in broad daylight. I won't care about him. But he is my boss after all.
Jean.
I told you he can't hold his liquor. Look at him. He looks fine. But he's already out of it. Menchie, help him home already.
Well, since you all have been drinking, I have to drive now. Jean, I'll take you home. Let's go. Hey, be careful.
Miss Wang, please hold on.
Liu Moran, what are you doing here?
Mr. Yu wanted me to pick him up, so you don't have to bother now, Miss Wang.
Just because you said so? He's already so drunk.
Mr. Yu called me to come get him.
No way. The one you Jean wanted to call was her. I don't believe you.
How about this? Let's just ask Mr. Yu. He can decide. Do you want to go home with Miss Wang, or do you want to go with me?
I knew it. Why would Jean want to go home with you?
Take me home.
See you, Miss Wang. All right, Mr. Yu. Take a good rest. I'll leave now.
I won't let you go. I won't let you go.
What are you doing? Okay, I won't go. But the floor is quite cold.
I don't mind.
But I'm still sick.
What did you do to me?
Heaven knows what I did. Jean, you were drunk yesterday, and asked me to pick you up from the bar. You were the one who wouldn't let me go yesterday. You held me, and refused to let me go. It was you. Look, this is the retribution you get, when you distort the truth. You didn't get the cold from me, did you?
It's none of your concern.
If you hadn't hugged me yesterday, and kept pestering me, I wouldn't even bother with you.
I kept pestering you. It's clearly you who pesters me, okay.
It turns out, Mr. Yu, you're such an emotional person. I didn't know you'd care about me this much.
Manager Liu, please, don't flatter yourself, okay? You conspired with others to set me up. I'm just afraid that you might dig another trap for me. Got it?
If so, Mr. Yu, you can rest assured. Since you doubt me, why do you keep me around? Moran, are you being transferred? Not yet. I'm just taking precautions. I can't believe, Mr. Yu. You made a mistake at work, but it didn't really cause any loss. Can't he give you another chance? Mr. Yu didn't hear what I said, did he? You should eat more and talk less. Here, you can have these snacks.
Come in.
Mr. Yu, you might find these helpful.
Are you trying to lick my boots?
I'm leaving anyway. It's troublesome to take these with me. So you can have them.
I never said you should leave.
Then pretend I didn't say that.
Leave it, I'll take it.
Jean, are you in there?
What are you doing? Let go of me. What are you afraid of? I'm not afraid. You are the CEO of the U Group. Don't you think it's inappropriate to be so handsy with your nephew's fiancé, uncle?
Were you talking about work?
We've finished talking. I'll head out then.
Manager Liu, get some tea for Miss Wang.
Sure.
Jean, are you sick?
Just a cold. It's nothing serious.
You left just like that yesterday. I'm a bit worried. So I dropped by to see if you're okay. People who don't know you can't take good care of you. You must have caught a cold after drinking yesterday.
Thanks for your concern. Is there anything else?
What is it? Want me to leave already?
Miss Wang, please have some tea.
Manager Liu, look at Jean. I haven't even had my tea yet, and he wants me to leave already. Jean, if I say I came here today to discuss a partnership on behalf of the Lan family, will you still want me to leave?
The partnership between the Lan family and the Yu family is a serious matter. Mrs. Yu might be very interested. They actually talked for such a long time. They're just using work as an excuse to talk about their private affairs.
Working under Jean must be tough, right? He's always quite strict. Please be more understanding.
Miss Wang, you must be joking. I'm just trying to make a living here, so it doesn't really matter who I work for. All I want is to pay the bills.
It seems you do know your place. Aren't you going to get on? Eugene is excellent in every way. Many girls in the company are into him, right? Someone like you, Miss Liu, who works with him every day, must know this better than I do.
I beg to differ. I'm sure you're an expert at this. I've heard that Mr. Lon is also an outstanding young man. Many girls must be quite interested in him too, right? Miss Wang, maybe you should care more about your own husband first.
Manager Liu, I'm talking to you nicely now, because I respect you. So you'd better not force my hand.
Miss Wang, what are you trying to say?
What's happening?
The elevator is broken. Is anyone there?
Is anyone out there? Can anyone hear me?
We're stuck in the elevator. There is no reception. What should we do?
Oh, no, we will die here.
I don't want to die here with you. Is anyone there?
Do you think I want to be stuck in the same place, with someone like you?
Miss Wang, what did I do to make you so mean to me? Help.
You have an ulterior motive against Eugene. You think I can't tell?
Miss Wang, let's put whether your assumption is correct aside first. Even if I do, can you sue me? By claiming that whatever is in my mind has tarnished the holy and pure Mr. Yu, do you think anyone will believe it?
Just you wait. You'll regret this once I'm out. Help. Is anyone there?
I got a signal here.
Oh, right. The surveillance footage you wanted me to check.
Let's not bring this up again.
Okay. This was a task you specifically told me to complete, so I thought it was important. I even visited the security department several times. They back up every footage they have. It's hard to find the footage you want since they don't categorize them, but I still managed to find it.
It doesn't matter anymore.
If you don't need it anymore, you can throw it away.
She already gave me the answer. Nothing matters now. And you won't call me again. Lou Moran. Looks like I don't matter to you at all. Lou Moran. I'll give you one last chance.
What? He hung up on me?
It seems Eugene doesn't really care about you. Ah. Hey, Liu Moran. Wake up. If you want to die, die outside. Don't die here.
What took you so long to answer the phone? Do you know?
Eugene.
Ming-Chi.
I'm stuck in the elevator. Help.
Quick, contact the logistics department. Check all elevators now.
Mr. Yu, we found Miss Wang and Manager Lu in elevator 2.
Miss Wang, it's okay now. You're alright now.
John.
Are you okay? Wake up.
I thought I'd never see you again.
Someone is injured. Call an ambulance. The patient's injuries aren't serious. After 2 more days of observation, she can be discharged.
That's a relief. Thank you, doctor. It was really dangerous. If anything happened to you, those good-for-nothings from the logistics department would lose their jobs immediately. Have you reached Eugene? His fiancé is hurt, but he's nowhere to be seen. This is ridiculous.
Don't mind him, Mrs. Yu. I'm already used to it. Or he'll think I'm taking away his freedom.
Good girl. He's been living a life of debauchery. How can this be your fault? Don't worry. I will teach him a lesson another day. I will uphold justice for you.
Lon, fortunately, Manager Lu's injury isn't serious. Let's go back first.
Why are you calling her Manager Lu? We will all be family soon. No need to be so polite. Take care.
Mr. Yu, it's late. You should leave now.
Do you want me to go this badly? You pretend to be vulnerable in front of my sister, making her believe you're easy to manipulate. You know her well, don't you?
I don't want to talk about this with you. I'm tired. You should go now.
What do you want to talk about then? Talk about love. I can do that too.
Mr. Yu, what's gotten into you? Maybe you should go downstairs to see a doctor too.
Why? Is it something I can't do?
I have a fiancé. Even if I want to talk about love, I won't do it with you. If you have needs, go find someone else. Wang Mingqi. I almost forgot. Wang Mingqi also has a man who has needs at home. But unfortunately, it's not you.
Are you talking about the guy who's nowhere to be seen, even while you're hospitalized?
I don't mind it at all. At least I'm still his legal wife. Better than those who love being the homewreckers.
Are you done?
Why? It upsets you if I mention Miss Wang? Uncle, I really don't understand. When I was making out with you before, you always pretended to be conflicted. I don't think I mean anything to you. You're just having fun with me, so drop the act. Kissing me on the hospital bed? Uncle, you're into something unique, huh? Even if my heart belongs to someone else, you're still willing to play along with me? True fun only happens when everyone can handle the game.
Sometimes, I really can't tell if you're speaking the truth. You really don't have feelings for me.
Uncle, do you want to hear me say yes or no?
You're not saying yes or no. It's really like you. You didn't mess up the data, did you? If you didn't do it, why did you say it was you? You're not still protecting my sister, are you?
Would you believe me if I said I didn't? Even if I said I didn't, you wouldn't believe me. Then why bother?
Do I seem so untrustworthy in your eyes?
Uncle, you've wronged me. It's not that I don't believe you. It's just that no one in this world can have my trust. Many years ago, I defended myself too. But it was in vain. Even my stepmother didn't believe me. If you never plan to believe me, then why bother asking me to explain?
If you explain to me sincerely, I will try to believe you. So, do you have feelings for me or not?
No.
Okay, I see. Rest well. I'm leaving first.
Why are you crying? I'm so disappointed in you. That was close. I almost said yes. Since things are destined to not work out between us, I shouldn't start it in the first place. Lou Moran, don't forget what you really want.
This must be the answer I wanted.
Are you feeling better, Manager Liu?
Miss Wang, are you here to visit me? You could just come. You don't need to bring. You didn't bring anything, so you're not here to visit me, right?
It seems your injury isn't serious. Yuuzhan can rest easy now.
Don't say that. You're making it sound like Mr. Yu cares a lot about me. I'm just a mere finance manager who works for him.
Sit. You know how things are between me and Yuuzhan. Even though I'm married, you know how this kind of marriage of convenience works. There's no love in this kind of marriage. Yuuzhan and I still have feelings for each other, so please conduct yourself. Manager Liu, don't start anything easily.
Humph. How strange, Miss Wang. Why should I care if you still have feelings for each other? I'm just his subordinate, just a mere manager.
We're all cultured people. I didn't want to confront you, but you forced me to. Take a look.
Why do you?
That day was my wedding. Manager Liu, flirting with your boss, who also happens to be your fiancé's uncle, in broad daylight. Doesn't seem appropriate, does it?
Miss Wang, it seems not only do you like being a bride, but you also enjoy being a paparazzi. I almost believed that your marriage is a marriage of convenience.
Miss Liu, you're quite thick-skinned. How could Yuuzhan be seduced by someone like you?
Maybe he wasn't seduced by me. He just wanted to be seduced by me.
We don't need to have an argument. Yuuzhan doesn't even care about you. You're not worthy of him either. Just tell me, what do you want? Money, or a noble status you don't even dare to dream of? You can have it all. Please leave Yuuzhan.
Miss Wang, as expected from the heiress of Xuanhe Bank, you're really generous, but I want more than this.
Don't push it. I'm only talking to you nicely now, because of you, Jean. If you upset me, I will send this photo directly to the media. Your reputations will be ruined in a second, and you won't get a cent.
Miss Wang, you really don't need to. Why put him on the line? Don't you like Mr. Yu? You can have him. Actually, I'm bored with him already.
You don't want anything else?
I don't. He's just a man. Just take him.
Does you Jean know? He actually means nothing to you.
I'm just a nobody. Aren't you the one who knows what a good man he is?
Haha, oh dear. Miss Liu, you sure are generous. You Jean. Did you hear that?
Lou Moran, you are so generous. I already knew what happened. No need to tell me to come and see you put on an act. I am busy. I don't have time for this.
This is the best ending for us. Things have gone off track. Lou Moran, you must end this now.
Manager Liu, I hear your wedding with Eugene is just around the corner, so let me offer my early congratulations on your marriage.
Leaving the hospital alone feels so lonely. Mom, why are you here?
Just get in the car and come home with me.
What? Why? But, didn't you promise to convince your mom? Anyway, I don't care. I just want you to keep me company. Listen, if you can't get it done today, we'll all be screwed. Oh, Moran. Didn't you cut ties with us Lius? How come you still have the nerve to come back? Come on, Mom. Why did you bring this burden back again? We went to great lengths to kick her out. She's such a jinx.
After all, she is Liu. We can't just leave her in the hospital, or people will badmouth us. We've already offended the Yu family. So we'd better fix this.
That old witch from the Yu family, she doesn't care about us at all. Why even bother with her?
But you want to marry into the Yu family, don't you? If it weren't for you, would I even need to do this?
Indeed, the deceiver always deceives. I've walked into a trap. I'll go upstairs first.
Stop. Did I say you could go upstairs?
Stop. So you owns your room now, and it's changed into a dressing room. You're living downstairs now. But there aren't any available rooms downstairs.
Sorry, you're staying in the storage room.
Fine.
Humph. Bye-bye.
This is not livable at all. Open the door.
Seriously, do you really think you are the young madam of the Yu family? Go stay in your rat's nest.
Let me out. Please, I'm begging you. Times have changed. Do you think I'm still a pushover? Mrs. Yu, I've been discharged. I plan to let you know I'm okay after I'm discharged. But I'm afraid I can't do that now.
I knew it. The mother and daughter from the Liu family are vicious people, and they're getting even more arrogant. Also, if I find that you're seeing Liu Shiyu and having an affair with her ever again, I'll break your legs.
Mom, what's wrong with Shiyu? I think she's much better than Lou Moran.
You're still bringing her up? Let's go. Come with me to the Lius to get Moran back.
Uncle, please help me. My mom insists I go to the Liu family to fetch someone.
Fetch someone.
Well, it's Lou Moran. She won't die at her own home.
Come with me now.
Three, 2, 1.
Mrs. Yu, to what do I owe the honor? You could have let us know in advance that you were coming.
I came to bring Moran home today. I'll leave right after.
Moran has been away 4 months. She just got home. Why do you have to take her home now?
My sister just got out of the hospital. It seems a bit rash to take her home like this. Don't you think, Mr. Yu?
Exactly. We should let her rest comfortably at home.
She's your fiancé. You seem to care for her, so why not bring her home? You should take care of her yourself. Where is she?
She's in the storage room. Mrs. Yu, you're our distinguished guest. There's no way we could let you go there.
There is nowhere I can't go. How dare you get physical with me?
Who dared to lay a finger on my sister?
Yu Jean, they won't let us see Moran.
Lon, Moran is from the Liu family, to begin with. So they don't have to hide her.
Yes, Mr. Yu is right.
Since she is a daughter of the Liu family, she must be treated the same way they treat Liu Shi. But how did she end up in the storage room?
She is?
So, Mrs. Wang, why not let us check the storage room? Then, she will feel at ease.
Sorry about that. That lock has been broken for a while. So it can't be opened today.
It's such a hassle to ask a locksmith to come. How can we make Mrs. Yu wait?
It's not a hassle at all.
After all, she's your daughter. You heartless woman. Eugene, take her home now.
Mrs. Yu, I've caused you to fall out with the Liu family. I'm really sorry.
Silly girl, what nonsense are you saying? You just got discharged. You shouldn't stay outside. Sooner or later, you'll marry into the Yu family. Why not stay with us? It's easier for us to look after you too.
I get to live with the yes so easily. I guess it's a blessing in disguise.
You can make more noise today.
Thanks for saving me today.
You saved yourself very well. No need to force yourself to thank me.
So, are you here to expose me?
Do I look that free? I came to tell you that the project of Star Island Sports Center is about to start. The company is short-staffed. Instead of pretending to be weak, you might as well go back to work as soon as possible. Don't forget you're still part of the U group.
I thought you would fire me.
You didn't mess up the data, and I'm not someone who would fire someone for personal reasons.
Hey, Moran. You're finally back. You got stuck in the elevator. That must have been terrifying. Everyone was frightened. I heard you got hurt. Are you okay now?
I made everyone worried. See, I'm fine.
Everyone's been so busy lately. Mr. Yu has been under a lot of stress lately. He's been feeling down every day. You returning to work is good news for all of us.
Come in.
Mr. Yu, my sick leave is over.
Great. In a while, we'll go over the Star Island project's materials budget again. Give it to me when it's ready.
Okay.
Wait, join me for lunch with Mr. Lon this afternoon.
Mr. Lon? Which Mr. Lon?
Lon Ran, CEO of Lunchwang Group. Mengqi's husband.
Mr. Yu, Mr. Lon is already 10 minutes late.
Lon Ran has always been a proud person. Waiting 10 minutes is nothing.
Sorry. The traffic was bad. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Yu.
I didn't wait too long. Please, have a seat, Mr. Lon.
Manager Liu, you seem to have recovered. Lan Ran. This is Manager Liu, I told you about before.
Manager Liu. I heard you were stuck in the elevator with Mengqi, and you were injured. Fortunately, you were with Mengqi. Otherwise, she would have been terrified. I really need to thank you properly.
You're too kind, Mr. Lon. It was just an accident. I'm glad to see that Miss Wang is fine.
Manager Liu, let me toast to you.
Mr. Lon, we've already exchanged thanks. Shall we discuss business now?
Sure. Since Mr. Yu is an old friend of Mengqi, let's skip the formalities. The Star Island Sports Center project. Even though the Yu family is wealthy, I don't think you can bite off more than you can chew, right?
It seems Mr. Lon is quite concerned about how the Yu Group's business is doing.
Doing business is just like playing poker. To find out how many cards my opponent still has, I must keep an eye on my opponent. Otherwise, a minor mishap can lead to a great loss.
Oh. Manager Liu, don't mind them. We should just dig in.
Pretending to be gentle and virtuous?
It seems you are very interested in the Star Island project, Mr. Lon.
The Lon family is interested in all quality projects. Mr. Yu, you're here today to do your best on this project, no?
Mr. Lon, how do you want to join this project?
Mr. Yu, you're as cautious as always. Since you're being straightforward, I won't beat around the bush. The funds needed by the Yu group, I can provide you with it. But as part of the deal, I want to acquire 20% shares of the Yu group.
20%?
Mr. Lon. This is the real reason why you came today, right? You sure are ambitious. This table of food isn't even enough for you.
Well, I never eat foods I don't like. Mr. Yu, please think this over.
He is clearly taking advantage of the situation, even if the project gets funding. Losing 20% of the shares will also shake the Yu Group's foundation and upset the board members.
No need to think about it. It's not going to happen.
Yu Zhan, you don't have to give your answer now. Think it over again. After all, this is a great opportunity.
An opportunity? I'd say it's a trap.
We've been friends for years. Do you think I'd harm you?
Enough, Mengqi. Since Mr. Yu has decided to reject me.
Mr. Lon, let's end our talk here today.
What are you doing? Want to leave with your ex?
No.
Since he doesn't appreciate it. Don't blame me for being merciless.
It seems the food I prepare suits your taste better, Mr. Lon.
%20 of the shares. This is ridiculous. He might as well ask me to hand him the group.
Mr. Yu, you're upset right now, so you shouldn't be driving. Let me drive.
It's okay. I will be fine soon.
A subordinate comforting her boss. That's quite normal, isn't it? If you don't want this, I can stay 2 meters away from you from now on. I'll move to the back seat. Don't do anything funny. We've broken up.
Do you think I still haven't moved on?
Moran. Uncle, I wondered why none of you were here. Turns out you all went out together. What did you do?
What else can we do? Of course, we went to work.
Moran, I'll book a restaurant tonight. Shall we go on a date?
When did you become so gentle? I'm not used to it.
You should talk about personal matters outside. This is a workplace. As a you should know the rules better.
Fine. I'll wait for you in the lobby. I'll meet you after work.
Moran, why are you still here? Time to get off work. Isn't your boyfriend waiting for you downstairs? If I were you, I would immediately leave this place and run into his arms.
If you like him, what about I let you have him?
I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
You better watch your mouth. Don't be too nosy, or you might get fired.
A date. To repay a favor, you want to sacrifice your life for that jerk.
Moran, I'll give you a ride to work tomorrow.
Okay.
Moran. Trust me, I'll treat you well in the future.
Alright, I believe you.
I'll walk you back to your room.
No need, it's already late. You should go back and rest.
See you tomorrow then.
It's so tiring. How could Eugene manage to keep this act up? Hey. Eugene, let me go.
Sure. We must stay quiet.
Are you crazy? You are drunk.
No.
You are definitely drunk. I'm not going anywhere. Can you let me go? Mr. Yu, has anyone told you that you're really annoying when you're drunk? You should stop drinking. I mean it. I know your project is not going well, but you can't just drown your sorrows. That's not how a workaholic like you should act. I didn't know it'd be this easy to take advantage of you. Lou Moran, wake up. Taking advantage of him comes with a cost.
Moran. Is everything okay?
I'm fine. I was just careless.
I'll have someone clean it up for you.
No, thanks. I've already gone to bed. I will clean it tomorrow.
Be careful then.
We've already ended things between us. Are you sure about this?
You can toy with my heart. So why can't I? You can toy with my heart. So why can't I?
What are you disappointed about? You're just his way to reduce stress. Don't take it so seriously.
Lou Moran, can you please stop surprising me like this?
As a finance manager, it's normal to have some reports with me.
Can you be even more dismissive?
No. I didn't do anything wrong anyway. You'll know later.
I don't want to know. What happens later? But you took internal documentation with you, without permission. You won't get paid next month.
Mr. Yu, don't be so heartless. I give my all at work. You can't really bear to see me work while borrowing money from others, can you? Mr. Yu. Oh.
What's wrong?
It hurts. A shard of glass got in my skin. Mr. Yu, since I'm injured now, please don't dock my pay.
Moran, you really should go to a temple and light some incense to get rid of bad luck.
I really should.
Hello, Mr. Yu.
Prioritizing profits over your friend. How heartless and ungrateful of you.
What brings Ms. Yu here?
So that's Ms. Yu.
Thank you.
You're too kind, Ms. Yu.
Lon.
John, this little girl is quite interesting.
Lon, you're not just here for tea, right?
The tea here isn't as good as the one we have at home. Next time, I'll bring you some good tea. This time, I brought you something else. I usually don't care about what happens at the company. You don't tell me anything either. That's why I only found out now. You can take this first.
What is this?
Come on, there are no outsiders now. I know that you need money for the Star Island project. So I brought you some. All these years, I've been a wealthy housewife. And you've been working outside. It's all thanks to you. Now that you're facing difficulties. So of course, I should help. Just take it.
Lon, where did you get the money? You didn't put your savings for retirement in, did you?
You rascal. Years ago, I made some investments overseas. Funding the Star Island project is nothing. Even if the U group collapses, I can still rebuild it. Alright, I'm leaving. I still have to play mahjong. Moran, work hard. Don't let me down.
Go check if Ms. Yu's assets have changed this month.
Yes.
Wait. Investigate the accounting records of the U group from 20 years ago too. Only you are to know about this. Do not tell anyone else.
Understood. Mr. Yu, I've sent the accounting records to your email. As it involves overseas assets, it'll take some time. I'll inform you as soon as I have the results.
20 years ago. I was only 6. Back then, electronic filing wasn't well developed. Why would Lou Moran want to check such old documents? Is there a problem with this document? Throughout that year, the U group was struggling financially. But in August, a large sum of money suddenly came in, bringing the company back to life. So, what exactly happened around August? This woman. She looks a bit familiar.
Dad. I've been working at the U group. Wait for me a bit longer.
Yoshin, how can you be so heartless? How am I supposed to live with this burden? This is my house. You can't take my things.
The house and everything in it have been mortgaged long ago. The house is no longer yours, so you ought to pay for what you owe us.
You can sell her. Don't take the things.
Ah.
She is Wang Huilan.
What do you want this time? I'm really tired today. I'm not in the mood to fool around with you.
I believe everything you say. You wouldn't lie to me, right? Answer me.
Can you keep it down? Do you want the whole world to hear you?
Why did you move in with us? Why did you approach me?
Well, you know. I've been mistreated by my own family. It was Mrs. Yu who saved me. Mrs. Yu let me join the U group. She also saw me as her daughter-in-law. As for you, you're just an accident.
An accident? Is it really an accident?
Yes, it is.
I'll give you one last chance. I'll try to believe everything you say. Don't lie to me anymore, okay? Was it premeditated? Ah. Lou Moran. You've manipulated me as if I were at your mercy. Seeing how foolish I am must make you really happy, right? I finally know what you want. But you won't get it. By lying to others.
What do you know?
Everything.
I know everything.
Your means, your goals. One is bound to leave traces. I'm not an exception either. You think. You can marry into the Yu family as planned. Chu Moran.
You investigated me?
So what if I did? It's easy to find out about someone's identity and background. As long as I want to know, I can find out about it anytime. Miss Chu, you didn't expect this, did you? If I were you, I'd definitely create a fake identity for myself, before everyone else knows.
So to you, I must be a very scheming woman, right? Okay. I don't care.
Of course you don't care. Why would you care how you look? In the eyes of a man who doesn't matter to you.
Good. Since you already know, you should be aware of what your family did 20 years ago too. I was wrong. I used you, but how come you don't mention what the Yu family did? These were the projects my dad worked on for your family. When something went wrong with the projects, they made my dad the scapegoat. My dad died unjustly. My life was ruined too. Doesn't your family need to pay the price?
We were young back then. I'm sorry about what happened to your dad. But don't just take his word for it. Legally speaking, he is also the losing party.
But it was your family who set him up. It's too much of a coincidence. The moment something went wrong with your projects, something happened to my family. I'll find evidence. If you're scared, feel free to fire me. I will allow you to feel guilty.
Why would I feel guilty?
Moran, are you there?
Mrs. Yu, is there anything?
You're about to marry Eugene, so we need to pick a suitable wedding dress. I picked a few places. Come take a look. What's that sound?
Oh, a spam message.
Mr. Yu, Ms. Yu recently sold 2 of her overseas properties. It's worth over $10 million. The amount is basically the same as you mentioned.
But it was your family who set him up. It's too much of a coincidence. The moment something went wrong with your projects, something happened to my family.
It is indeed too much of a coincidence. Is this all just a coincidence?
You wanted to see me?
Manager Lou, please be a bit more polite. I'm still your boss.
Mr. You wanted to see me?
Pack up and join me for a business trip this afternoon.
Why should I?
Because I'm your boss. And you work for the U Group. Is that reason good enough?
How long will it be?
About 2 days. Manager Lou, is there anything else?
I don't understand, Mr. Yu. Is keeping all risks nearby some kind of unique quirk of yours? Do you really enjoy being betrayed?
All risks. So you know about Joe Min. Since the last incident, I've been prepared. He also works for my sister, but look how dedicated he is.
I'm truly sorry. I'll be more dedicated from now on.
My sister is just a stepping stone for you, isn't she? You aren't working for her because you want to, are you?
Mr. Yu, are you telling me this because you want to make a deal with me? Are you capitalists all this easygoing?
The market changes rapidly. Friend or foe, it's all a moment's decision.
I really couldn't understand this when I was a child. How can a person be so bad? They pinned the blame on others when they were the ones who did the wrong thing. Now I understand. Thank you. Mr. Yu, here is your key card. In an hour, we'll meet with Mr. Zhang from Jiayu Group and Mr. Liu from Shangdong Group for tea. If I remember correctly, Jiayu Group and Shangdong Group both participated in the bidding for the Star Island project. You have an ulterior motive, don't you?
Good things should be shared.
Yes, Mrs. Yu. What can I do for you?
I heard you went on a business trip with Jean. What's going on? Why didn't he take his secretary? He only took you.
I'm not sure about that either. I'm just following orders. Why don't you ask him?
Forget it. You know, I never ask about the company.
Okay, I understand. I'll go ask him.
You're so considerate. Only your foolish stepmother doesn't cherish you. When you return, I'll arrange for you to meet the elders of the Yu family. After you get the approval of the elders, you will officially be part of the Yu family.
Thank you, Mrs. Yu.
You want to know why I keep you around, right? This is why.
What? Because of Mrs. Yu?
I see you don't want to work for her. So why don't you work for me instead?
Why should I?
Because I can give you whatever you want. Do you want to keep watching? Mr. Zhang, sorry to keep you waiting. I hope I remember the time correctly.
Mr. Yu, you're not late. I arrived early.
Mr. Zhang, did you arrive early? Because there is something you want to tell me privately. I invited you here today, so I have no intention of hiding anything. So why don't we be honest with each other?
Mr. Yu. Although Jiayu Group isn't as big as the Yu Group, we're still competitors. So why did you invite me here today?
Well, it's not like competitors can't have a meal together. I haven't arrived yet. And you two already are having a talk.
Please don't say that. We were just chatting while waiting for you.
Mr. Yu, you came from afar. How can I help you? Actually, I invited more than just you two here today. Several companies that have attended the tender for the Star Island project in Anqing have all been invited, but only you two could make it. So, first, I'd like to thank you for the respect you've shown to the Yu Group. I invited you two here today to discuss a partnership.
A partnership? Mr. Yu, you're not joking, right?
Do I look like I'm joking? I heard that the Yu family has met some setbacks in the Star Island project, so it's true. Mr. Yu, even if you win the chance to take on this project, you might not get to finish it. You're right. But think about it. If any one of you got to handle this project, I don't think you can do a better job than the Yu Group. Jiayu Group and Shengdong Group are leading companies in the industry in Anchen. If you two cooperate with me, other companies will surely follow suit. The cake that's too big for the Yu Group can be shared with everyone. Isn't that nice?
Mr. Yu, are you saying that you want us to take on the Star Island project? But what if the project fails? Then it wouldn't be a win-win, but a loss for all of us.
Is this your way of making us share the Yu Group's risks? That's not how business is done. Of course. Both of you are experienced businessmen. How about this? You two provide materials for this project, and it'll be a harmonious collaboration. I offer funds, and you offer goods. It's a fair trade. What do you think?
It's such a large project. They will need tremendous supplies. I see profit in this.
So, Mr. Yu, what are your conditions? Mr. Lu, you're indeed sharp. My condition is that the price you offer me must be the lowest in the market. The lowest price in the market?
No problem. It's materials for the Star Island project, so we'll definitely offer you the lowest price. Rest assured, Jiayu Group will cooperate with you, Mr. Yu.
How could you cut in line? It's a deal. Shengdong Group will work with you too, Mr. Yu.
This is the project agreement. Please review it, and if there's no problem, we can finalize the contract at once. I didn't know Yuzhan had this up to his sleeve. I didn't expect things to go so smoothly in Anqing. Mr. Yu, you're indeed capable.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Of course it's a compliment. Isn't being cunning a kind of excellence?
I'm just preparing a backup plan for the Yu Group. You might not know, but your future mother-in-law has already sold a property abroad to help handle the emergency.
Isn't that great?
Is planting a spy around me something great too, Miss Spy?
You're suspecting her?
I don't want to suspect her. But my dad passed away at a young age. She helped the company grow and raised me, all by herself. But she was also the one who had the budget data altered, hoping that the bid would fail.
Mr. Yu, are you opening your heart to me by telling me all this? I don't think we can open our hearts to each other. After all, we're just the kind who get bored of each other.
Are you okay?
Looks like I really need to light some incense in a temple to get rid of the bad luck.
Last time, it was this foot that got hurt, right? For the sake of this foot, can you be more careful? Yes, Lon.
John, when are you guys coming back? I invited the elders to come for a get-together, so they can meet Moran.
You want her to meet the elders now? Isn't it a bit too soon? You want her to meet the elders now? Isn't it a bit too soon?
Moran will marry Eugene next month. After meeting the elders, she needs to choose a wedding dress, take wedding photos, book a venue, and send invitations. There is so much to do, so we have to rush it.
We are going back tomorrow. You'd better cancel the marriage yourself.
Cancel the marriage?
It's still not too late to cancel it now. Don't wait until I reveal your identity, or everyone will be embarrassed.
If you expose my identity, then I'll tell Mrs. Yu everything you've done.
Given your current position, you can already access the Yu Group's internal information. If you want to find out what exactly happened back then, that's already enough. Why marry Eugene anyway?
Maybe not only do I want to uncover the truth, but I am also after the Yu family's wealth.
Trying to deceive me again.
It seems you know me well now, Mr. Yu. It's harder to fool you. Please go back to your room, Mr. Yu. I need to rest now. Come on, what do you want now?
I lost my key card. Get a spare one from the front desk for me.
My foot is hurt, and you still want to boss me around?
Well, I don't care, or you can let me stay here.
No way, we already. What are you doing? Put me down. Oh. Don't come any closer. I refuse. My foot is hurt, so you can't force me.
If you're hurt, just stay put. Go to sleep now.
I'm just hurt, not dead. Seriously? Is he really not interested in me anymore? Am I not charming enough now?
This looks great on you. Once you put it on, you look like the mistress of the family.
Mrs. Yu, please don't say that. You're the true mistress of the Yu family.
This time, you and Jean went on a business trip and must be tired. Jean is unbelievable. He has a secretary but still bosses you around. By the way, what did you do on your trip?
Uncle went there to discuss cooperation with Jiayu Group. You know the Star Island project isn't going well, right? But he's been downcast since he returned. Maybe the negotiation failed.
Did you not go with him to negotiate?
Right after you called, Uncle was worried I might get tired, so he just made me responsible for ordering food.
Jean can't be serious. I already gave him some money, but he's still helping me save money. No outsider can be more reliable than his own sister, don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh. She must be Moran. She's really beautiful. Eugene has found a treasure.
Moran, this is my aunt. Come on, greet your great aunt.
Don't call me that. You're making me feel old. Moran, just call me Mrs. Wan.
Yes, Mrs. Wan.
Where are you, Zan and Eugene?
Jean must be at the office. Moran, quick, call your uncle. Tell him to come back now.
Yes. Hey, Uncle, even if you have to work, you need to face the problem. Are you sure you're not coming back to face reality?
Who are you calling uncle? Aren't you concerned that I might accidentally spill the beans about your identity once I'm back?
When push came to shove, we could expose each other. It's thrilling just to think about it.
Come on, stop it.
I'm the one who is supposed to meet the elders and marry you. I won't let that despicable woman take what's mine. Do you not love me?
Eugene.
Uncle, are you sure you won't come back? There seems to be something more exciting than us exposing each other.
Eugene.
Great uncle.
This young lady must be your fiancé. You two seem quite in love with each other. Quick, let's go inside. Don't keep everyone waiting. Let's go.
Great uncle.
Look, his nephew is getting married, but the uncle doesn't even have a girlfriend. Can you believe him? And he's not worried at all.
You two elders are chatting here. And the couple is greeting guests to the door.
Lu Shiyu, what are you doing here?
King, are you in your right mind? Moran is Eugene's fiancé. Who is this person?
What? Then what were you two? You.
Moran is Shiyu's sister. She came to give us her blessing. Right, Shiyu?
This can't be right. The sister is hugging her brother-in-law.
Shiyu. Shiyu is still young. She doesn't know much. It's normal for a sister to hug her brother-in-law, right? Right, Shiyu?
What? Brother-in-law? I didn't hear that wrong, did I, Lu Moran? Please stop putting on an act, will you? Let me tell you this. Eugene is my man.
What a disgrace to the family.
You. I'm telling you, even if you manage to ruin their marriage, don't even dream of marrying into our family. And you. What an unfilial son. How can you do this to Moran? Just kneel down and apologize now.
What have I do wrong, Mom? Shiyu is the precious daughter of the Lu family. Why can't she marry into the Yu family, when Lu Moran can?
You.
Mrs. Yu. Please don't force Eugene. I thought he was inconsistent with how he treated me. Because I was too foolish, and I always upset him. I didn't expect. Shiyu is my sister. If she truly likes Eugene, I'm willing to give them my blessing.
What a good girl. She doesn't have to marry him. The Yu family is unfortunate to have such an ungrateful child. Of course Moran won't want to marry him. Even I don't want the precious daughter of her family to get hurt.
That's enough. Her sister, listen up. You're just a burden nobody wants. If you ever wanted to give Eugene to me back then, you would have done it a long time ago. Stop pretending to be kind now.
Shiyu, I've already given Eugene to you. There's no need to be so harsh.
I'm just telling the truth. If my mom wasn't kind enough to take you in, you'd still be a beggar now. There's a world of difference between us.
There's a world of difference between your characters too. If someone like you marry into the Yu family, our reputation will be ruined sooner or later. Lon, I believe she's not one of our guests today.
Someone. Drag Lu Shiyu out.
What are you doing?
Please, Miss Lu.
Oh. Let me go, Eugene. Let me go. Let me go. Lu Moran, just you wait.
Uncle, Aunt, sorry you have to see this today.
It was supposed to be a joyful occasion, How did it end up like this?
Eugene is to blame for what happened today. Please don't be angry. Eugene, apologize to great uncle now.
I have to say this? Eugene is all grown up now, yet still so disappointing. How did you raise your son? If it weren't for your brother Yuzan, the Yu family would have collapsed by now.
Aunt, you're right.
Moran, the Yu family has failed you. I heard that you still work at the Yu group. You're not getting married anymore, but the Yu family will treat you well as always. So just focus on your work.
Yes, Mrs. Wan, thank you.
Didn't I tell you to stop seeing Lu Shiyu? Why won't you listen?
Mom, it was her who kept pestering me.
If you rejected her seriously, why would she keep pestering you? Lu Moran is smart, capable, and obedient. She's our support. In the future, if you take charge of the Yu group, she can be a great help. But what about Lu Shiyu? What else can she do, except for causing trouble? I just don't get it. Your uncle is just a few years older than you. But how could your mindsets be so different? I was so embarrassed in front of the elders today. Did you hear what that old lady said today? She made it sound like Yuzhan is the only one who can manage the Yu group. Do you like hearing that?
So what if I don't? My uncle is just better than me.
You have to dream big to make it happen.
Mr. Yu, the first batch of materials in Ancheng has been put into use. Also, the cooperation with the Lan family has been terminated. Should we report this to the board?
I may have taken action before seeking approval, but approval is still necessary. Go ahead.
Alright, I'll get it done now.
Is it just my illusion? Mr. Yu is finally in a good mood.
It's probably because the issue with the Star Island project is finally resolved. Mr. Yu must feel relieved now.
You've worked with Mr. Yu for a long time. Are you about to become a workaholic too? I can tell something's up with Mr. Yu. Right, Moran.
What? If you guys keep gossiping, you might not get to see your bonus next month.
Could Miss Wong have something to do with it?
Yuzhan, you did this on purpose, right?
Maybe something is really happening this time?
Why did you suddenly terminate the contract with Lunch Wang Group?
You just need to know the outcome. This is an internal decision of the company. Miss Wang, I can't really let you know, right?
Is it an internal decision, or is it still just your decision?
Miss Wang, you're really well informed. You did not install cameras in my office, did you?
Don't avoid answering the question.
The Lan family is indeed quite powerful. They can even meddle in the affairs of the Yu Group's board.
The Lan family has always collaborated with the Yu family. Because of our attempt to acquire the shares, you became wary of the Lan family. We just want to help the Yu family. Jean, we were once so in love. Don't you trust me?
I certainly trust you. But the business world is like a battlefield. I am the CEO of the Yu Group. Of course, I have to choose the best option for the Yu Group. I can't just focus solely on the collaboration with the Lan family and give up on the good offers from others. If it were the Lan family, they would make the same choice.
Are you going to drive the Lan family into a corner? You'll regret it.
Oh.
It's you again. Don't you look where you're going? Seriously.
I made this tea for you. I'll take it as you drank it.
What a jinx.
Are you okay?
How do you use this?
You take it orally.
Are you trying to poison me?
Don't you already know this? Why bother asking?
I saw the supplier list for the Yu family from 20 years ago. At that time, the Yu family didn't have many projects. Including the Chu family, there were only 4. The others have all gone bankrupt.
What was it again? We can't open our hearts to each other.
Mr. Yu, I was young and inexperienced. Arg.
It hurts?
No, but it's cold.
The others went bankrupt, and...
So I've lost all the leads. But all the building materials the Yu family was using came from those suppliers. So the inferior materials also came from those suppliers. But where can I find them now?
It's already been 20 years. It's normal that people and evidence from back then are hard to find. To put it bluntly, your father is already dead. The Chu family has compensated. Even if you find the evidence. there's no way to pursue it.
I know, it's futile for someone like me to even think of shaking the mighty Yu family. That's why you let me investigate. But I want to prove my dad's innocence. Being dead doesn't mean you don't need your innocence.
Munchi, come on, drink with me.
What is this about? Why are you drinking at home during the day instead of working? Are you defeated by such a small setback?
Yeah, it's just a small setback. My wife went to plead with Yuzhan, and he will then have mercy on me. Why are you back so early? You didn't spend the night with him? It's such a pity.
Wake up. Yes, I went to see Yuzhan. At least I'm trying to find a way. But what did you do?
Find a way? What can I do? Do you know how many materials I purchased for the Star Island project? Materials are so cheap now. Those old geezers from the board are keeping a close eye on me. What can I do? They terminated the cooperation just like that. What does he take my family business for? He just wants to beat me. He can't win you over, so he wants to take my business.
Wake up. This isn't over.
Mr. Lon, please sit down. We had our first business meeting in the same private room.
Ms. Yu, please speak your mind.
It seems you're overwhelmed and have run out of patience, Mr. Lon. The Lon family has gone through thick and thin all these years. Don't worry, things aren't that bad yet. I actually have the fastest solution. I wonder if you want to hear it, Mr. Lon.
What solution?
It's simple. To resolve the crisis, we first need to get rid of Yuzhan.
Did I hear you right? Ms. Yu, you are Mr. Yu's sister.
Brother against brother, father against son. These kinds of tragedies happen all the time. Mr. Lon, you've been in the business world for years. This shouldn't be new to you.
I never expect someone like Yuzhan to have a sister like you. This is just great. What to do next?
Yuzhan won't use the materials from Lanchuang, right? How about moving them to Anqing? The Yu Group will purchase them through Jiao Group. By then, I'll bring some gifts for Yuzhan. And dig a trap for him. Won't we kill two birds with one stone by then?
Good idea, but the materials from Jiayu Group are already at the lowest price in the market. If I sell them to Jiayu Group, Lanchuang will surely suffer losses.
Don't you want shares of the Yu Group? I'll cover the losses for you. What do you say?
How can we ensure that Jiayu Group will buy our materials?
Jiayu Group is making a fortune now that they're working with the Yu Group. So they will never say no to a free deal.
Alright, let's say it's a deal now.
Wait, Mrs. Yu, this batch of materials will be used for the Star Island project, right? If something goes wrong, the Lan family won't be held accountable, right?
Miss Wang, your concerns are not unfounded. But you should know that seeking fortune often involves risks. Let me be honest with you. The predecessor of the Lan family, your father, won this bet. And that's how your company became this powerful. Mr. Lan, I assume you have your father's courage.
Of course I do.
It's a deal then. Moran.
Mrs. Yu.
Are you really leaving?
I only moved in with you because I was sick. Now that the engagement has been cancelled, I can't continue living with you.
The Lu family doesn't treat you well. If you want, you can stay with us. Although you won't marry Eugene anymore, you can still treat him like your brother. It's better than being all alone out there.
I'm used to it, so I don't find it hard.
About the contract termination with the Lan family, you really didn't know?
I failed my job. I didn't notice in time.
It's not your fault. Zhou Min did not get the news either. But you still need to continue working at the Yu Group. You should be more careful from now on.
Mrs. Yu, don't worry, I will.
Don't be nervous. Come on, have some snacks.
Sure.
Ziyu, You've been hiding in your room without eating 4 days. Listen to me. Eat something.
I don't want to. I'd rather starve to death. It's all your fault. If you hadn't brought that vicious woman to our family, I'd never end up like this. If it weren't for her, the Yu family would have chosen me. What makes her better than me?
Of course my daughter is much better than her. It's the Yu family who doesn't know better. With Yulan's way of doing things, you'll suffer if you marry into her family.
I don't care. If I can't have it, Lu Moran will never have it either.
Alright, you've ruined their marriage, haven't you?
But that won't get me into the Yu family either. Why hasn't that old witch died yet?
I'm upset too. I just thought, one of you would surely marry into the Yu family. I wanted to get along with them.
Since it has come to this.
And my daughter is struggling. I shall make sure no one will have it easy.
Moran, the Yu family will always be your home. You should come often.
Yes, Mrs. Yu, you should head back now.
You're quite nice to my sister.
After all, Mrs. Yu did save my life.
Have you ever thought about this? The Chu family's incident happened 20 years ago, and 20 years ago, my sister was in charge of the Yu family.
Mrs. Yu. Mrs. Yu, long time no see. I came specifically to see you, Mrs. Yu.
Mrs. Wang, what brings you here? Please don't tell me you're here to cause a scene, just like your daughter. Our residence is not a wet market.
If you don't hear me out, aren't you afraid someone might stab you in the back?
Just say what you want to say. You've washed your dirty linen in public anyway.
I'm doing this for the sake of your reputation, Mrs. Yu. Mrs. Yu, you've known Moran for about 5 years now, right? Not only did you save her, but you also let her join the Yu group. You are even grooming her as your future daughter-in-law. You really value her.
What are you trying to say? You're her stepmother, but you're abusing her. At least we can be good to her, can't we?
In your view, I might be a wicked stepmother. But she is grateful to me. If I hadn't been soft-hearted and taken her with me, she wouldn't be alive today.
Just speak your mind. Don't test my patience.
Many people think Moran is my husband's child with his ex-wife, but that's not the case. She is the child of my ex-husband and his first wife. My ex-husband was unfortunate. He ended up losing everything, so I had to take this burden and marry into the Yu family. By the way, her surname is Chu. She is Chu Yashin's daughter.
So?
Mrs. Yu, you sure have a forgetful nature. Did you forget about Chu Yoshin? 20 years ago, Chu Dian Group was one of the Yu Group suppliers.
Supplier? It can't be.
That's right. The Chu Yoshin who died at the door of the Yu Group. And you brought her into the Yu Group, as if she were a talent. How ridiculous.
Lu Moran is actually Chu Yaoyan's daughter?
Yulan, I didn't expect you to be someone who would overestimate yourself. You were tricked by a girl. You've embarrassed yourself so much. Ha ha ha.
Thank you, Mr. Yu. You can go now.
Go, where to?
To work. You will be late for work.
I don't need to clock in at work.
But I do. I am going to be late.
With me giving you a ride, you won't be late.
Moran, why are you late today?
I slept in.
Is that a rash on your neck?
Oh, yes. I felt itchy all night. So I didn't sleep well and got up late.
Manager Lu, do you need a day off?
That's not necessary. Stop talking nonsense. Just go.
You were late, but Mr. Yu still offered to give you a day off. I just said a few more words and Mr. Yu deducted my salary. That's just unfair, isn't it?
Mr. Yu, something bad happened to the Star Island project. A magnitude 3 earthquake struck early this morning, causing partial collapse at the Star Island construction site. Fortunately, since it wasn't during work hours, there were no casualties.
A mere magnitude 3 earthquake can cause a collapse. Do we do construction or do we make tofu? How are things at the construction site?
This project has now been halted. I have already dispatched a team to investigate. Once the results are out, I'll report back to you immediately. But this has caused quite a commotion, so the media will be alerted soon.
Finding the cause is our priority now, not silencing others.
Hey, did you see the news? Something went wrong with the U-Group's project.
Of course I saw it. It's causing quite a stir online. A mere magnitude 3 earthquake caused it to collapse. This is ridiculous. Our company won't be affected, right?
Hey, what are you thinking? Our company will surely be held responsible.
The more I think about it, the stranger it gets.
Moran, where is Yuzan?
Mrs. Wan, what brings you here? Mr. Yu is having an urgent meeting.
Have you heard about what happened to the Star Island project? What exactly is going on here? Something this serious happened. Yuzan should give us an explanation.
Please don't get so worked up. They're in a meeting to figure out a solution. They will be done soon.
How could I calm down? I was enjoying my meal at the restaurant. Suddenly, a reporter came out and took my picture, asking my thoughts on the U-Group's shady project, and how I could enjoy my meal at a luxury restaurant right now. What on earth is going on with Yuzan? Did you reach a conclusion in the meeting?
Mrs. Wan, please calm down first. I believe they'll surely find a solution. Why don't you wait at home?
What are you doing here? Come in with me. There must be something wrong with the materials. Pepe, inform Mr. Zhang from Jiayu Group, and Mr. Lu from Xingdong Group. Ask them to do a self-examination first. Also, send someone to keep a close eye on them, in case they stab us in the back.
Yes, Mr. Yu.
Wait. Seal off the construction site. No one is allowed near the site except for investigators, sent by the U Group. You must choose the investigators personally.
Yes, Mr. Yu.
Don't you find this familiar?
Just like what happened 20 years ago. So, this might not just fade away.
Yuzan, you finally showed up. I just got the notice. There's a shareholder meeting tomorrow morning. You're in big trouble this time.
We just faced an external crisis. And now we have internal issues. Can't you tell? That this time, it's not just my problem. It concerns the group.
What does that mean?
You have lived a life of wealth and honor. I'm sure you wouldn't want your life to fall into the depths of despair, right?
Mrs. Yu, I'll raise a glass to you. I never expected Yuzhan to have a day like this. This is really satisfying.
Yuzhan is still too inexperienced. Even if he is incredibly capable, he will still be under my control. After tomorrow's board meeting, he will become nothing. Miss Wang, you and Yuzhan go way back. Will you be soft-hearted?
Why would I? He has never been soft on me. I was just thinking, if this one-star island project will be enough to bring Yuzhan down.
After this, the board members will likely no longer support Yuzhan. Plus, with the shares I have, and the shares held by Mr. Lon, this will surely be a game-changer for the board's vote.
Yuzhan is quite cunning. Who knows what tricks he has up his sleeve? Oh, right. I almost forgot I have another knife. That's sharp enough to end him faster. Yuzhan, I told you, you would regret treating me this way.
How should we handle this? Aren't you Mr. Yu's uncle? Shouldn't you know about this?
Uncle? Some people don't even take this uncle of his seriously. If there is anything you want to know, go ask him yourself. What's going on with the Yu family? It looks like we're in big trouble this time.
I know, right?
Miss Yu. Everyone is here. Let's start.
Just wait a bit longer.
What are we waiting for? If we wait any longer, the U Group will be done for.
I assure you that the U Group will not fall. But as for those who are hiding behind, doing all the shady things, they are about to face their doom.
Isn't it the CEO of the Land Group? What brings him here?
What's happening?
Sorry about that. I came late. Aren't we having a meeting? Let's get started.
A member of the Land family, attending the U Group's shareholder meeting. I'm just old, not dead. This is not your place to talk.
Old lady. You'd better watch your words. I'm also a shareholder of the U Group. If you can come, why can't I?
How dare you, a young lad, be disrespectful to me? Yulan, are you going to let a Lan act so arrogantly in our U Group?
Aunt, don't get so worked up. You must mind your health. Mr. Lon has indeed invested in the U Group. Now Mr. Lon is also a member of our board.
When did Mr. Lan join us? When did that happen? Lan Juang invested in the U Group. How come we had no idea? Did you hear about this? Yu Zon. Did you know?
Lon. You did this, right?
I did ask Mr. Lon to join us. Our Star Island project needs funding. I had to find a way to help the U Group. It's a common sense that rewards require effort. I'm sure everyone is aware of this, right?
But that doesn't mean you can sell the U Group shares without permission. Do you think you own the U Group all by yourself? The U Group represents the life's work of your father and me.
And please, don't get angry. I'm only doing this for the U Group. Who knew an accident would happen? This isn't the time to blame me, don't you think? Which is more important, the shares or the collapse? You should be able to tell, right?
I have sent someone to investigate on site. I believe there will be results soon. By then, we will certainly provide everyone here and those from all walks of life an explanation.
Jean, I don't mean to embarrass you, but rumor has it that the U Group only handles unreliable projects. Even the building we plan to build is being called dangerous. By the time you get your results, no one will care about your clarification. It's my fault for keeping you two sheltered.
I've been the CEO of the U Group for many years. I believe my ability is surely evident to everyone. Now, we face external challenges. We must work as a team to face the challenges. I can't imagine any reason for sowing discord right now, except for having some hidden agenda.
Mr. Yu is right. Let's focus on solving problems. That's the goal of this shareholder meeting. Everyone, you should focus on who can solve the problems, and who is betraying the company.
Since everyone is clear now, let's proceed to the vote. Those in favor of the removal of CEO Yu Shan, please raise your hands.
Only a third raised their hands. Great. Looks like Yujan will be fine.
All right, noted. Please put your hands down. Next, those against Yushan's removal, please raise your hands.
What are you all waiting for? This concerns the future of the U Group.
Exactly. It does concern the future of the U Group. So, everyone, you must make your decision carefully.
Who do you think you are? Lan Ran is a shareholder, but that doesn't mean you have a say in this.
I indeed don't have a say in this, but I have something to show everyone. Yujan, I'm sorry, but this time, I must do it fair and square. This time, I must do it fair and square.
What's that?
This is...
Yuzan and Moran. What's going on?
This photo was taken a month ago. I remember back then. Miss Liu, you were Eugène's fiancé, right?
Uncle, I can't believe you did this. And you. On the surface, you always look so pitiful. But in reality, you're having an affair with my uncle. You cheated on me. Uncle, you're admitting it, right?
John, how could you do this? Moran was still Jin's fiancé. I never knew this would be your true colors.
It's not like that. Mr. Yu and I are just colleagues. He only sees me as his subordinate.
So it's you who has feelings for Yujan, Miss Liu, who would have thought that the innocent and cute Miss Liu would be a vixen, secretly seducing her boss.
The U Group is so embarrassed now.
Mr. Yu turns out to be a playboy. If he gets to take charge of the U Group, the company will be doomed.
John, it turns out, all the efforts I put in to raise you are in vain. How could the U Group possibly thrive under your leadership?
Mr. Yu, please tell everyone that there is nothing between us. Please clarify it.
It's okay. My relationship with Lu Moran is exactly as you see.
Yujan, you could actually go this far for Lu Moran. Why didn't you do the same for me back then?
I didn't expect to run into such a great show. At my first shareholder meeting.
Manchi, this is all thanks to you.
The Yu family is going down.
A man like him doesn't deserve to be the CEO of the U Group.
John, you sure have a clear conscience, huh? You're such a fool.
I agree to remove Yu Zan from his position.
King, we can't be impulsive now.
We don't really have a choice. If this continues, the Yu family will be ruined.
How can you mix personal matters with professional matters? Making a hasty decision like this is what will truly destroy the Yu family.
I agree.
I agree.
I disagree.
And it's too late. Even if you disagree, you can't turn the tide now.
Lon, is this the ending you want?
I announce that starting today, Yu Shan will no longer be the CEO.
Is the U Group going to go bankrupt?
I'll go with you.
Manager Lu. You are an employee of the U Group. Even if you resign, you'll still need approval from your superior. If I don't let you leave, you can't leave.
Eugene, don't go too far.
Who is going too far? The one having an affair with someone else's fiancé? Or me? Don't pretend to be pitiful in front of me. It takes two to tango. You two were treating me like a fool, and you want to be together now? In your dreams. Don't worry, uncle. I'll take care of your CEO position and your woman.
Do you have a death wish?
Sure, I'll stay. I will see how long you can keep barking. If I stay at the U group, I can keep an eye on them. This isn't over yet.
Take care of yourself. Don't let anyone mistreat you.
Don't worry, I know how to protect myself.
Manager Liu, this desk no longer belongs to you.
If it's not mine, is it yours?
You guessed it right. Mister, you has promoted me to finance director. As for you, your current workstation is in the pantry.
You are not good at your work. But you sure are good at picking on others.
You'd better not go too far. You think just anyone can be the finance manager.
Mind your mouth. I'm appointed by Mr. You personally. How dare you question Mr. Yu's decision? Do you not want this job anymore?
It's just a job. I don't.
I have too much stuff. Can you help me move them? Let's go.
How can you put up with him? Why do you even bother keeping this lousy job?
Eugene won't let me quit. He just wants to keep me around to torment me, but I'm not afraid of him. Hey, did you also?
Young Master Yu got an assistant he likes and fired me.
Who is this assistant he likes?
Of course, it's me. Long time no see, my sister.
Huh. I have a bad memory. I actually forgot that Eugene has bad taste, and this type is his favorite.
You don't need to be jealous of me. Some people are just meant to be lowly servants. Did you hear me? Quick, make me a pot of tea, and take it to the office.
When will Mr. Yu be back to deduct my salary? I really miss him.
She wants me to deduct her salary. What's wrong with her?
Be gentle. I moved 8 barrels of water and 10 tables today. I also changed 2 light bulbs. That despicable Lu Shiyu is so cocky right now. She's giving everyone a hard time. Even you, the workaholic boss. Seem like a wonderful man now.
It pains me to see you suffering like this.
Then don't look at me. It seems I can do anything to you now, Mr. Yu.
Manager Lu, you sure are full of yourself now.
You're not my boss anymore. You can't boss me around now.
It makes sense.
Alright, let's stop messing around.
Hello.
Mr. Yu, did I call it a bad time?
You did. It's not a good time.
Mr. Yu, Ms. Yu has sued Jiayu Group.
Jiayu Group.
They sued Jiayu Group? This is just like deja vu.
What did Jiayu Group say?
Things are serious. Jiayu Group is in chaos now. I've sent people to watch Mr. Zhang closely. I'll report to you as soon as I have news.
What about Mr. Lu?
Mr. Lu from Xingdong Group is quite slippery. As soon as he heard the Yu Group is suing Jiayu Group, he immediately pinned all the blame on Jiayu Group.
Find out where this batch of goods came from. I don't trust Mr. Lu.
Okay, I'll send over the files, detailing Jiayu Group supply sources. Luckily, you had someone keep an eye on Mr. Zhang from the start. Otherwise, we might not get these.
Thank you.
This is what I should do. Everyone is looking forward to your return.
Pepe knows we live together. You don't need to whisper.
What? Are you sure? Of course.
Anyway, I'm unemployed now. My girlfriend is providing for me now.
I didn't know. You had the potential to be a gigolo, Mr. Yu.
Hey, it's not easy for the third wheel to become the official boyfriend.
This was my uncle's office. It's mine now.
You are so impressive, Eugene.
In which aspect?
Come on. Anyway, you are now the CEO of the U Group. Everyone has to listen to you. Why don't we shift our wedding to an earlier date? Hey.
I just became the CEO. There is a big mess in the company to take care of. Let's not talk about this now.
What? You're not looking down on me, because you're the CEO now, are you? Your uncle and that woman Lou Moran had an affair. We did the same too. You'd better not upset me, or I'll tell everyone about this.
Please, keep it down. My uncle lost his position as the CEO because he had an affair with his nephew's fiancé. We need to be careful about this. Do you hear me?
I see now. Do you think revealing our relationship will hinder your future, Mr. Yu? Then let me ask you this. Will you choose me or your future?
Stop being so unreasonable, okay?
How come I'm being unreasonable? Eugene, listen up. Although your uncle has been removed from his position, he is always better than you. Because your uncle will always choose Lou Moran, and he will always love her.
This tea is so hot. Do you want to get me burned?
Are you a flea? That can be killed by some hot tea? Just let it cool down before drinking it.
That's how you should deal with a flea, Mr. Zhou. Don't you dislike working in the break room? Here is a stack of documents. Take it. If you can't finish it, you're not to get off work. Oh, right. You have Eugene to protect you, right? Call him to help you. Oh, I seem to have forgotten that he has been fired by the company.
I'm not like you, who always has Eugene's help. People still don't know about your relationship with him, right? Why not make it public? Is it because you don't want to?
You.
Secretary Liu, are you okay?
Go away. Lou Moran, just you wait.
I'll be home late today. I have to work overtime.
More overtime. Is Lu Shiyu giving you a hard time? I'm going to pick you up now.
Hey, no need. I gave her a hard time too. You didn't see how pissed off Lu Shiyu was.
I'm sorry to have put you through all this.
Don't say that. Because of me, you lost your CEO position. Now we're even.
Leaving the Yu family isn't so bad.
Don't say that. You can make a comeback and get your CEO position back. I'm telling you, if you don't come back soon, Ching is about to resign. I can't talk to you anymore. I need to get back to work.
Mr. Yu, Mr. Zhang just left the company in a hurry. I'm afraid they plan to run away.
Hurry up, we're running out of time.
Why are we going to the airport so late?
No time to explain. Just get in the car.
Why make our son go through all this so late?
If we don't leave now, we'll be done for.
Mr. Zhang. Long time no see. Are you going abroad, Mr. Zhang? Why didn't you even tell me? I have friends abroad. They can help you out.
I just want to go. Honestly, Mr. Yu, I really did nothing.
If you did nothing, why are you in such a hurry to leave? With all due respect, if you leave like this, no one will believe. You did nothing. What a good child you have here. And Mrs. Zhang is still so young. Can you really bear to see them suffer? Besides, did you really do nothing?
Mr. Yu, what do you mean by that?
This is the supplier list of Jiayu Group. The records on it are completely different from those for the Yu Group. So who is lying here? I believe you know the answer. Since you won't tell me, I'll present it to the court. The court will know what to do.
Fine. I will tell you, okay, Mr. Yu, it's all because of the batch of goods from the Lan family. If I hadn't needed to purchase the low-priced goods from the Lan family, I wouldn't have tampered with the list. The Yu Group didn't want that batch of cheap goods.
And you wanted that money. Did you sign a contract back then? What about the purchase records? You were afraid that the Yu Group might find out, so you didn't even leave yourself a way out. Now the Yu Group has every reason not to trust you, because you have no evidence. We could easily accuse you of buying a batch of substandard materials from underground sources. That alone is enough to ruin your reputation and leave you destitute.
Mr. Yu, please spare me. Please let me leave.
If you leave now, you will have to take all the blame.
What can I do then? Am I doomed to lose everything?
All this only happened because you were greedy.
There's still so much to do. Luciu just wants me dead. Collaboration with Lanchuang Group? The U Group is collaborating with Lanchuang again? Isn't this inviting trouble? The founder of Lanchuang Group, Lan Qingxin, is the general manager of New Star Group. New Star Group? Isn't it one of the suppliers that went bankrupt?
Say it again.
Lan Rant's father, Lan Qingxin, is the chairman of the New Star Group. 20 years ago, New Star Group was one of the Yu family suppliers.
In other words, supplying inferior materials is their family business.
If my guess is correct, this is a collusion between the Yu and Lan families that is passed down from generation to generation.
No wonder the Lan family has been a supplier to the Yu family for so many years. It turns out they've been colluding.
Mr. Yu, you made the wise decision to end the cooperation with the Lan family.
I thought it was just my sister trying to set me up. I didn't realize there would be more to this than meets the eye. It involved 2 generations and harmed the Chu and Zhang families. It's time to end this. Find a way to get the police to investigate the Lan family's warehouse.
Mr. Yu, just any method will do.
Yes, anything. Over the past 20 years, the Lan family has done so many shady dealings. They must have hidden a lot of inferior materials in the warehouse. It's time to let the world know about it. It's getting late. You should go to sleep.
I don't want to move. Yuzhan, carry me.
What did you call me?
Yuzhan, haven't you heard your name before?
I like it when you call my name.
What? Moran, did you hear? The Lan family's warehouse was robbed early this morning.
What?
During the evidence collection process, they found a large stash of inferior materials.
It was robbed?
That's not important. What's important is that the Lan family's warehouse had a large batch of inferior materials. Now they're comparing them with the materials from the construction site of Star Island. If it's a match, it means the culprit is found.
How did Pepe manage to do this? I'd want a stack of versatile secretaries like her. Now I will see how she can get cocky.
Ma'am, Miss Wang just barged in. She forced her way in. I couldn't stop her.
It's fine. You may leave.
Mrs. Yu, didn't you say the Lan family wouldn't get found out? What's happening now?
Miss Wang, I never promised they wouldn't link it to the Lan family. But this is indeed strange. If everything goes as planned, the Lan family should stay safe.
Are you saying?
Aren't you? You Jean's old friend? So you should know. You should know about this, right?
Are you saying Yuzhan is behind this? You 2 siblings are competing. Don't drag the Lan family down. Let me tell you, if you ruin the Lan family, I'll make you pay with your life.
I've said this before. Wealth is proportionate to the risk we take. You just had bad luck.
Bad luck? Don't force my hand.
Yulan, I heard you plan to take back the shares of the U group that are held by Lanchuang.
And the best thing to do now is cut ties with the Lan family. Otherwise, it might drag our Yu family into trouble.
I understand, but how do you plan to distribute the 20 shares?
Of course I'll give it to Eugene. Eugene is now the CEO of the U group. He ought to have more shares than Yuzhan.
You're not even discussing such a serious matter with the board.
Aunt, when Yuzhan was the CEO, did he discuss everything with the board?
I understand what you're trying to say. I will let the board know.
So what if there are some board members? They still have to listen to me. That old fool will be a headache sooner or later.
It seems the Lan family has really met their end this time. You did great. When I get back to the U group, you'll get a promotion and raise. What is so funny?
I just didn't expect you to give false hope to your employee, Mr. Yu. I'm providing for you now.
That's right, my sponsor. What about I provide for you from now on? Then we'll be even. And what brings you here?
Is it a delivery? Can you grab it for me?
I heard from Pepe that you live here now. This place is too small for you.
It's perfect for two.
I'll get you a glass of water.
Aunt, what made you come all the way here?
Why, am I interrupting your secret time with your kept woman?
No. To be precise, it's more like I'm her kept man.
I don't care about the romance you young people are having. But don't let lust cloud your judgment, making you forget what really matters. Now, the U group is in a mess, because of Yulan and her son. Are you just going to sit back and do nothing?
Aunt, I am a nobody right now. What can I do?
Yulan is planning to give that 20 shares owned by the Lan family to Yujin. If she pulls this off, this mother and son will become the largest shareholders of the U group. By then, the U family will have to do as Yulan and her son say.
So, what do you plan to do, Aunt?
Since Yulan hasn't succeeded yet, let's join forces. Along with your second uncle, the three of us major shareholders can remove Yulan from her chairperson position together. How does that sound?
Remove the chairperson, but we will need a reason. The culprit has been found. And the Star Island project is back on track. If we remove a person who has made contributions from her post, it. Moran, sit.
It's not time for you to be lovey-dovey now.
I haven't been idle lately either. We did this to the Lon family.
What?
It's Mrs. Yu. To set Yujeon up, she colluded with the Lon family, causing the Star Island project to suffer losses. And 20 years ago, they did the same thing to my family. But Mrs. Yu was cautious, so we couldn't get anything on her.
So Yulan is behind everything. No wonder Miss Wang shows up at Yu's residence. She actually didn't care about the Yu family's reputation. And did something like this? This mother and son are just so vicious. King, what is it?
Wanshan, in a few days, the U Group will hold a shareholder meeting. Have you heard?
Yes, so Yulan still wants the board's approval for that 20 of shares.
It's not that. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss the ownership of the shares you hold. She's trying to kick you out.
Huh. What did you say? How dare she?
Aunt.
Wanshan, are you okay?
Uncle, don't worry. The doctor says Aunt just got too worked up. She needs to rest well.
It's all my fault. If I hadn't taken Yulan's side that day, she wouldn't have taken office, and been able to do whatever she wanted in the U Group. I wasn't thinking straight.
Uncle, you did it for the U Group. The U Group needs me and Aunt. They need you too.
Jean, are you here to visit Aunt too? Is she doing well? I've told her that at her age, she should be resting at home, instead of worrying about things at the company. But she just won't listen. You know. If anything happens to her, we, the juniors, will be so worried.
Lon, if our aunt knows that you took the time to visit her, she'll be over the moon.
Jean, you know that you've led the U Group for years. Managing such a big company must be exhausting. As for me, I've had bad luck. And got a brother who is distracted by a pretty face. So he can't share my worries. Moran, don't you think I'm pitiful?
Mrs. Yu, please don't say that. You still have a talented son, don't you? Young Master Yu is so young, but he already outshines his uncle. He will be a big shot in the business world.
Since you're here to visit Aunt, you should go ahead.
Oh. If I spent another second with her, I might throw up. What should we do next? Are we just going to let them be so arrogant?
Let's go see Mingqi.
Mingqi? That sounds really affectionate. Why do you want to see her?
Didn't my aunt say that she saw Mingqi at Yu's residence? What could she be doing at Yu's residence now?
To seek help?
Correct. Since she has no way out now, let's show her a way.
Waiter. Another drink, please.
Miss, are you alone?
Why do you care? Where's the waiter? Pour me wine.
If you don't mind, I'll treat you to a drink.
No, you can't.
You
can go now. The door is over there. Get lost now.
Jean.
Miss Wang, you're killing me.
You despicable woman.
Yujan, I think there is something wrong with my ears. She clearly said thank you, but how come I heard her calling me despicable?
Jean. What are you doing here?
This morning, I heard Mr. Lon was taken in for questioning. Are you sure it's a good time for you to drink here, Mrs. Lon?
As long as I sign this agreement, I will have nothing to do with Lan Ran.
Protecting yourself. And cutting losses timely. You've always been good at this.
Are you here to laugh at me, seeing how miserable your ex is now? Must make you happy, huh? I ruined you. And now I'm ruined too.
I just wanted to see if you'd be interested in saving Lan Chuang Group. Looks like you're not.
Wait. Are you saying there is still hope for Lan Chuang Group?
That depends on what kind of choice you'll make. Tell me about Lan Ran's collaboration with my sister. How much do you know?
How did you know about this?
So you know everything. Although the Lan family isn't completely innocent, they've paid a heavy price. But the real culprit remains unscathed. Can you accept this?
I understand now. You want me to testify against you, Lan. You two siblings are quite amusing. You both want to end each other. It's really ridiculous. But unfortunately, I've signed this agreement today, so this no longer concerns me now. But since you're asking, I do have evidence. If you give me what I want, I'll...
You too.
Jean, don't go. Just stay with me. I can help you. You still chose her. You, Jean. I've known you for years, but I don't understand you at all. But this time, there is a path I want to take.
Yujan, you have 5 seconds. If you don't come out now, you're done for. 3, 2.
Nothing happened between me and Mingqi.
I didn't say anything. What you have done is none of my business. I didn't say anything. What you have done is none of my business.
Hey. She told me that she has evidence of my sister colluding with the lands, and that as long as I don't chase after you, she will give me the evidence.
As if. She has evidence? Then, why did you come out?
You should go find her.
It's too late. And you are more important than any evidence.
What about the U group? You've worked hard for many years. Are you going to hand it over to Eugene like this? I'll go find Wang Mingqi.
There will be other ways, trust me. You haven't fully recovered yet. You should just stay home today.
I can't be at ease without seeing the result myself.
Why is Mr. Yu here?
Mr. Yu has already been dismissed. There's no Mr. Yu anymore. You two should be careful with your words today.
It seems today's shareholder meeting will be a great show.
Hey, this place isn't cleaned properly. Why are you such a dimwit? Can't you work smarter?
Yes, ma'am.
Be careful. Do you even know how to do this? Eugene, look how stupid she is. She can't even clean the floor properly. Just tell her to scram.
Sure, I can leave if you want. But when I'm not in my right mind, I might spill the beans to anyone. I'm just afraid you don't dare to let anyone know about it.
Secretary Liu, stop messing around.
What do you mean by me messing around? Why are you siding with her? So I'm the one causing trouble, huh? I'll show you what's called causing trouble, then.
Want to use violence? Bring it on.
What are you doing?
Get to work.
What's so interesting that so many people are gathered here?
Uncle, what brings you here?
Today is the shareholder meeting of the U Group. I'm not the CEO of U Group, but I am still a shareholder. Why? Don't I have the right to be here?
Of course, you do. Uncle, feel free to take a walk around the company, and have a look, as it might be your last time.
I told you I wouldn't let Luciu pick on me.
Yes, my Moran is the best. Let's go. To the meeting.
Okay.
Already showing up as a couple. So shameless.
Exactly, this is so inappropriate.
Excuse me, do you never hold hands with your wife? If so, do you have problems in your relationship? Are you getting a divorce? A marriage that's just for appearances won't work.
John, I'm glad you could make it today. It's been so long since we last met. Aren't you going to say hi to everyone?
I think the shareholders should still be able to see things clearly, right? I believe they can recognize who I am.
I can. Aren't you the former CEO of the company, who had an affair with your nephew's fiancé?
Mr. Lee, you indeed have a good memory. Please give my regards to your wife, your second wife, and your third wife.
He also has a fourth wife.
Oh, sorry. Your fourth wife too. In short, say hello to your family for me.
You. How could you spout such nonsense in public?
Alright, since everyone is here, let's get to the point. I invited you shareholders here today to discuss this. Due to her old age and poor health, my aunt, Ms. Yuan Shan, can no longer serve as a director. Today, we'll decide on the ownership of the shares she holds.
I'm not that old yet, but it seems Chairwoman Yu isn't in her right mind now. I have just one thing to say. Everyone gets old. Maybe when you get old, Chairwoman Yu might kick you out of the board as she pleases. Would you be okay with that?
Mrs. Wan has a point.
Once this precedent is set, it's not hard to guess what will happen to us.
Moreover, what's the rush to decide the ownership of the shares I hold? The urgent matter is the 20 shares held by the Lan family. Chairwoman Yu, you should think about what to do with that 20 of shares. We can discuss it openly.
That 20% of shares have already been assigned to Eugene, so there's nothing more to say.
How dare you? It belongs to you, Jin, just because you said so. Do you even have respect for his directors?
Miss Yu, this is something serious. It's not up to you alone.
Are you even taking us, the board members, seriously?
I'm not here to ask for your opinions. I'm just here to inform everyone. Anyone who disagrees can leave. Why make such a fuss here?
Lon, do you really think the U Group is owned by yourself?
John, the U Group is indeed now mine. All your shares combined are still fewer than what I and my son hold. Even if you're not convinced, my brother, you must face reality. You have to admit defeat. I raised you, and we're just like one person. What's mine is yours. While you were enjoying the spotlight, I had to stay at home and be a housewife who could make no achievements. So it's your turn to take my place today. Isn't this wonderful?
Lon, I know you are ambitious, and you don't want to be a rich and idle person, but your approach is too extreme. It will only do harm to others and yourself. It was the same 20 years ago, and it's the same now.
I don't understand what you're saying. Do we even need to vote? I now announce that Ms. Yuan Shan is no longer a board member. Anyone who opposes it can leave the board with Yuan Shan. So please think carefully. Uncle, do you have anything to say?
I oppose.
John, you really like to be the hero.
20 years ago, you went so far as to cause a scandal with substandard materials to help the U Group out of its financial crisis, framing the Chu family and bankrupting them. I thought you took such drastic measures for the sake of the U Group, and you truly cared about the U Group.
Even though I don't understand what you're saying, everything I do is for the sake of the U Group.
No. You only did these to gain power. For power, you can give up everything, including your family and the U Group.
Why not let it enter the market in Onqing and be purchased by the U Group through Jiaoyu Group? I can also prepare a surprise for Yu Shan and dig a trap for him. Isn't that killing two birds with one stone?
This is true. You're in cahoots with Lanjuang, and set your own family up.
There's nothing a woman like her can't do.
You're slandering me and spreading rumors. I'm going to sue you.
This recording has been verified by the police. We only attended the shareholder meeting today to stall for time. The people coming to arrest you are on their way. Lon, one should admit defeat. You taught me this.
Eugene, what are you doing? You're hurting me.
Don't you want to marry me? Let's find a place to get married, okay?
Marry you? Sure. And then we'll secretly get our marriage registered. It would be great to have a baby too. That way, when we come back, your mom has to take me as her daughter-in-law.
We're not coming back.
What? Not coming back? What about the U group? And...
Forget it, I don't want any of it. Hurry and let's leave this place now.
Eugene, explain this to me. What exactly do you not want?
Keep it down. Having you is enough. Stop talking. Let's go first.
You can't be serious. I'm the precious daughter of the Liu family. Why should I suffer with you? Okay, stop messing around. Isn't being the CEO of the U group great?
No, it's not mine at all. Do you understand? Let me go.
They deserve it. You don't have anything to do with it.
I know.
By the way, how did you get that recording? Mingqi gave it to me.
I don't need you to choose me anymore. I have my own choices too. I hope you follow through and help the Lan family. Eugene, have you decided on your honeymoon destination?
Not yet. We need to wait until the Star Island Sports Center opens. During this time, we can think about where to go.
How about you also come to Haicheng? The scenery here is great.
Okay, we'll think about it.
What do you think? Do I look prettier than those female celebrities?
The dress is nice, but the person is even more beautiful.
I didn't expect Mrs. Yu to have such good taste. If I had known the wedding dress was this beautiful, I would have.
What would you have done? Will you marry Eugene, just for this dress?
This is surprising. You've mastered the art of jealousy, to the point where you can create it out of thin air. But I wonder who was still on the phone with his ex.
That was Mingqi asking where we'd go for our honeymoon. Oh, right. Is there anywhere you'd like to go?
I want to go to your heart.
Sorry. You are already there.
Do you have a place in mind?
We rarely get a break. How about eating at home? We can get some sleep and eat. What do you say?
It's better you only meant sleeping.
Mrs. Yu, please try this one too. Sorry.
Let's go. Mrs. Yu.